All right, hey guys, AWO here. Order, what's up? What's up? Hope you're all doing good, man. Welcome to Laying the Smackdown episode 6, wrestling fans. This is a channel. This is a channel for you, buddy, guys. For you guys. This is a channel for you, wrestling fans. This is the stream for you. Laying the Smackdown episode 6. This Tuesday, very late show. It's a very late show. I hope to see people, new subs, whatever, pop in, say hello, please. Come say hello, smash, like, whatever, super chat, join membership. Come say hello to my. Come say hello. Okay, come say hello. That's all I ask you to say hello, because we're gonna talk about some things in wrestling. Yes, NXT is going on right now, but I'm not gonna talk about NXT. I want to talk about. Well, we're going to talk about Seth Rollins' injury. What happened at the end of Raw last night with the Vision. That's what we're going to talk about. Is that Raw, Seth Rollins, Vision turning on him. I'm going to talk about also Bound for Glory. TNA Bound for Glory review it. Okay. And we review Bound for Glory. Please. So please sit back and relax. Enjoy the show. Please, please, please. Please, wrestling fans. Wrestling fans. Okay? And you can chat, put in the questions. Put questions down below too if you want. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about. Tomorrow, I won't be talking anything wrestling related. Okay? Tomorrow, we're going to talk pop culture stuff. So if you're also into pop culture, check out tomorrow, right? Wrestling fans, I know you put on notifications for content of mine. But if you're into, I don't know, TV, video games, movies, I'm sure you all are. The things I talk about, come check out tomorrow's stream, please. Capes and Trunks is called. Okay? I have only one topic up so far for it, so hopefully more will come up tomorrow. Okay, more comic book related topics. That's what Capes and Trunks is about. Okay, so come say hello in the chat, please. So that's all you gotta do, guys. Okay, all you gotta do. Oh, I'll be right back. I gotta do something real quick, okay? Real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's talk about what happened yesterday on Raw. All right. All right, let's talk about what happened on Raw last night. So, we all saw what happened at the ending of Raw. We all saw that. If you're watching this live right now, or if you are going to watch this later on, you saw the ending of Raw. Well, not last. Actually, yesterday morning because Raw was in the morning. But but in the end, it doesn't matter when time you saw. I'm sure you all saw Raw at some point. Red didn't get Raw. All right, I want to talk about this. If Red, I don't know if Red's in the chat. That's the thing. I don't know if Red's in the chat. So, okay, but all right. So the Vision, not Vision from Marvel, betrayed their leader Seth Rollins. Okay, betrayed the leader Seth Rollins. Braun Breaker speared him. Bronson Reed splash. Yeah, right? And it caught everybody surprised. He admitted everything on Twitter. Everybody was surprised. I woke up for 8 a.m. to watch the show because it was freaking Australia, and I was tired as hell too. Okay. So I was watching. Didn't expect that. Okay. CM Punk won a triple threat match. Okay. Then CM Punk got a beatdown. I thought that was going to end the show for the week. Then we'll see what happens next week. Okay, I thought it was going to happen. And all of a sudden, Braun Breaker spears Seth Rollins. I'm like, oh my God. Holy shit. Like, why so early? Like, why did they spear Seth Rollins? And why did Bronson Reed turn on Seth Rollins? Why did they both turn on Seth Rollins? And because it was shocking to many, surprising to many. It didn't really make sense. It didn't really make sense why they would turn on their leader this early in the group. This group has only been around 5 months, maybe 5-6 months, half a year. Usually a strong faction that's starting to come around don't usually do this quickly. It didn't really make sense because when I saw, I'm like, wait, why? When I saw this, I'm like, why are they ending this so quickly? Why are they ending this? Why did they betray their leader so quickly? Something had to be up. Something had to be up with this. Okay? Something had to be up. This doesn't make sense. It's too early to do something like this. Okay? Too early. Okay? Didn't make sense. So why? All this, I mean, there are hints. So when I was putting it together, a little bit later on, I was figuring things out, putting it together, right? I was watching Raw reviews from on wrestling YouTubers that do wrestling, they're reviewing Raw. I was starting to put things together. It's what Seth Rollins says a couple times in the show. In the beginning of the show, he kicked off Raw with a promo, right? A promo. Very interesting promo. Right? In that promo, he says he mentioned that he didn't need Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. He doesn't need them. But he chose them. Okay. I didn't pick up the hint there right away. Okay. He chose them. Okay, whatever. Red, you 25 with no bitches. Is Red 25? I thought he's 24 now. Okay. Okay. And then later on, they go to the locker room. And Seth said 3 greatest things that happened in his career, which is weird. Okay? 25 next month. He said his 3 greatest things happened in his career. 1, marrying his wife. 2, his daughter. 3, Vision, the group of the Vision. I'm like, I was like, wait a minute. You mean winning new titles or whatever is not bigger? Is not your third thing? When becoming a champion is not third. I'm like, I'm kind of shocked he would say the Vision is the 3rd biggest thing that happened in his life. biggest thing happened in his life. Okay, right? I'm like, I thought it was kind of suspicious. Okay. Then seeing the end of Raw, it all made sense now. All made sense. There were the seeds, the tea leaves there. Okay, I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, oh my god. Yeah, he said these are too big. These are when he says these two men, Bronson Reed and Bob Baker, were the third biggest thing happening in his life. I'm like, I put two and two together at the end of Raw. Oh yeah, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Right? Eventually down the line. I didn't expect at the end of Raw. A betrayal end of Raw. Sometime in the future, but not the end of Raw. I suspected it was gonna happen, but like I expected the seeds to continue to play the seeds for a few more weeks until when they felt the story needed a change, a turn, whatever direction they're going. But they did the betrayal at the end of the show. Okay? So then it's come out, it's possible that Seth Rollins is injured. Okay? If you watch, he was wearing a jacket. If you watch in the thumbnail, you see the thing is covering his arm, one of his arms. His arms might be hiding something, a sling, a shoulder. So he might actually suffer a shoulder. He might have suffered a shoulder injury. Okay. During Crown Jewel on Saturday, when he took on what's his name? When he took on Cody Rhodes. So he might have suffered an injury. Most likely a shoulder injury. It looked more likely a shoulder injury, but it's possibly a broken arm. But I think it's his shoulder. Okay, it might be. Some are saying a torn rotator cuff. So how did he injure the shoulder? Apparently, well, if you watch the match of Crown Jewel, there's a spot in the match where Cody was hanging on the turnbuckle. His legs were dangling on the turnbuckle. And Seth went on the other turnbuckle on the other side and decided to do a high-flying move, jump from one side to the other side off the turnbuckle, coast-to-coast move, and it did not go well. A headbutt kind of move. It did not go well. I seen him. Oh my god, this did not. I saw the move. I'm like, I saw how Seth tried to land it. I'm like, yeah, that did not execute well. So I didn't know he got hurt because he finished off the match. It seemed like everything was fine. It was serious. It seemed like everything was fine in that match. It seemed like he was not favoring anything. Maybe it's because adrenaline was keeping him going. He won the match, obviously. But now, because of yesterday, it's a strong possibility he did get hurt in that match, in that specific spot. Okay? And Seth dresses like Tyler. Yeah, you can tell. All right? And Seth has a tendency to get hurt. Now, there's always a debate that this could be a work or not a work. I don't think that's a work. And so if it was a work, he wouldn't do a spot like that. I mean, no, it's not a work. I think he's legit hurt. Okay? Now, I don't know. WWE is kind of downplaying the significance of the injury. But something really, really suspicious about this. Because if he's hurt, really, really hurt, why didn't they take the title off him yesterday? Why didn't he vacate the title? Okay? I guess they wanted to do a beatdown. Doesn't even realize I'm a step. Oh my god. A beatdown. I guess they want to do a beatdown. But if he's hurt, what happens next week? What happens next week with Seth? What happens next week with Seth? Is he going to show up? Is he going to have a title? Is he going to vacate the title? CM Punk is the number one contender for that title. And before Crown Jewel, supposedly Saturday's main event card was rumored to be Seth and Punk for the title. Okay. Supposedly for the title. But now I'm not so sure. The WWE is being quiet about this. It's weird. It was obviously early to see the betrayal, but if it's an injury to Seth Rollins, it makes sense. Oh my god, that's not a bad idea, Red. Have Punk. You know what? Have Punk become champion with the interim title, and Seth could come back with this title, and they could battle out for who the champion is. Okay. Now Braun Breaker held up the title. Held up the title. At the end of the show, to close out the show, Braun Breaker picked up the title. Okay. He picked up the title. Okay, at the end of the show. So I think his goal is to go for the title. Now, if Seth can't go, and obviously Braun Breaker betrayed Seth, that's obvious. Okay. What did he do with that title? I mean, are they willing to delay the Punk number one contendership to in second Saturday's main event, which I don't find is going to happen because the second main event is going to be in December, and I think it's going to close out the show. It's going to be seen as match, so I don't think they're going to do Punk. I don't think Punk should main event a show for a title, so they have to do it November 1st. Can they move it to War Games? Because I do think this changes War Games. I really do think this changes War Games a lot because if from the Raw side of things, I think War Games would come from the Raw side of things. There's nobody on SmackDown that warrants War Games. Like, there's no stories on that side that warrants War Games. Okay, I'm sorry. The MFTs and the Wyatts. No, that's not War Games material. Okay, it needs to be big stars. Okay, people put in big positions, and I would think, obviously, Seth, Bronson Reed, and Braun Breaker, and somebody else would have joined them. Okay? Now, I don't know. I don't know what's in jeopardy. On the Raw side, the face side of things, who would join the War Games? Because it would be LA Knight, the Usos, Roman Reigns, CM Punk. They don't like each other, right? So I do think, obviously, that this definitely affects War Games if the injury is very serious. Okay? And definitely expects main event. What did they do? Punk needs that title. Is this a Stephanie Fakir situation where Stephanie Fakir was guaranteed a title shot against Naomi, Clash of the Paris, but they delayed it, they postponed it to the WrestlePalooza? Are they gonna do that with Punk? I don't see why I would do that with Punk. If I was gonna do it with Punk, I would not do it the main event in December. I would do it Survivor Series if they're gonna delay it at instead of this Stars main event. I would push it to Survivor Series. Okay, Survivor Series. That's what I would do. Obviously, my opinions could change based on what they're gonna do next week. What Wallace could be like next week, because Seth Rollins is still the champion. Now, if Braun Breaker is going for the title, okay, I don't think he should win it this early. Yeah, he's over. He's going to be a monster heel, but I don't think he should win it this early. Because I think it hurts CM Punk's journey. Yeah, Punk became champion for like 5 minutes, but still, he still wants to be champion for longer. I think it hurts the journey of CM Punk. And the thing is, we eventually got to get to the end between Punk and Seth Rollins. Because this feud's going on for 2 years, really. Yeah, in between that, CM Punk has had a kind of a mini feud with Drew McIntyre, and they sprinkled Seth in there in those feuds. But really, this feud's going on for almost 2 years. Basically, since Seth came back, since Punk came back, they've been at odds with each other. Even when Seth is a face, right? Seth is a baby face. I like that in WWE. Not every baby face is friends or allies. Okay, I like that, and I like that with heels because there used to be a time where WWE all the baby faces and all the heels were like best friends. Okay. Faces, good guys don't have to like each other, okay? That's what I think. And heels don't have to like each other. Blind has already crashed out. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has. He doesn't get into wrestling. Okay? But so crashes remain. I assume now that he's into racial slurs. What? Okay. Now I assume we'll find. I mean, more information will come out. Like some people are thinking this might be a work, right? It could be a work. Okay, it could be a work. I mean, Seth Rollins has pulled the work card before earlier this year. Is he gonna do it? Why would he do a work? Why would he make it a work? The work thing doesn't make sense here. Okay, Red. A work thing doesn't work here. He's a champion. Why would he make it a work? Why would he really miss himself to get beat up by Braun Breaker and Braun Sweet? Why does that serve him? Serve him. What purpose does that serve him? I don't see how this will work. I don't. Okay? I know people are questioning it. Even people in the industry, in the WWE, are questioning it, but I don't see how it would do it. This work in 4 months, 2 works in 4 months. As a champion, like I understand making it work, have faking an injury just to deceive everybody, just the trick, just to do the SummerSlam thing. That's that makes sense. But what would a work serve here? What would it work here? If work injury serve purpose here? Oh, he's doing this so he doesn't want to face CM Punk? Maybe he would tell these guys to take him out. He doesn't want to face CM Punk. No, he wants to face CM Punk and get rid of him once and for all. No. I'm beginning to think it's legit. I think it's legit. I just don't know how serious it is. Okay? It could be a torn rotator cuff or it could be a broken arm, but it doesn't look like a broken arm to me. And torn rotator cuff. Now, if it's a broken arm, he could come back in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Survivor Series is the end of November. He can come back for Survivor Series. December most likely. Torn rotator cuff. Torn rotator cuff. Okay. Let me see the severity of that. Report me if I'm saying piece of shit. Okay. I'm seeing how long a torn rotator cuff could take. No, I know he has to get surgery. Yeah, if he's gonna get surgery on it, then it's more serious than a broken arm. Okay, then he'll be out for some time. Seth Riders. So every time I call the group, every time, I just think of the vision. Blindest mom, left fiance. I just think of the vision from Marvel when I watch the vision on my WWE TV. It's so, I don't know. It's like, oh my god, it's the vision. What's the vision? Like I can't stop picturing vision and vision. I'm like, oh my, it's a joke I make. It's a joke I make too. The vision. Like, what's vision doing here? It's a good thing they call it D-Vision so they get sued, right? They call it D-Vision so they don't get sued by Marvel, right? That's the reason why they call it Division. They take out the, yeah, they could get in trouble with Marvel. Mom, blindest mom like your fiance. Okay. Okay, that's weird. Okay. Seth Riders. Next group after will be called the Ultron. The Ultron. The Ultron. The Ultron. The Ultron. Yeah. It'll be called the Ultron. The Ultron. That's actually pretty funny. Oh. Hey, Kevin, you gonna take that from him blinded? Okay. You gonna take that from him blinded? Sapphire is actually. Oh yeah, I just read that. Okay, so we'll see where Seth goes from here. Let's see what happens. I actually think Punk is gonna become champion now. I actually think Punk is gonna become champion. You know what's funny? If the Punk and Seth Rollins things can happen at a Saturday's main event, I think Punk is gonna become champion then. Okay. Now, where the hell was Roman on Raw? He was at Crown Jewel, but he wasn't there on Raw. Okay, Roman is like, he just shows up when he wants to, right? You can. Okay. Roman just shows up when he wants to. It's like, you know what? I gotta go into work. Poor man is a move fraud. Okay, so I want to move on. Bound for Glory. I watched Bound for Glory, TNA Bound for Glory. Kind of want to do a review on it. So, yeah, so the beautiful people got inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. Okay, beautiful people. Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. Rightfully so. They were pioneers. They were stars. They were legends of the knockout division. Okay. Oh, I didn't buy it, Red. No. Stefan. No, I didn't buy it, Red. No. No, I didn't buy it. But yeah, so Angelina Love and Velvet Sky got inducted, right? So did Mickey James. Mickey James also got inducted into the TNA Hall of Fame. Mickey James is a legend, both for WWE and TNA, right? But it's funny. I think she had her best matches in TNA. Mickey James. Mickey James. Victoria was there, or Tara was there. But yeah, so the beautiful people. I remember them. It's amazing how I'm surprised how WWE did not bring the beautiful people in whenever they're available and not contracted anybody. We're not available to bring the beautiful people into WWE. So I'm kind of shocked. Kind of shocked how they did not bring anybody, the beautiful people, into WWE. I think WWE was such a hot act in TNA that WWE at the time, looking at bolstering female talent, the beautiful people. The thing is, the beautiful people. I know, Late Cool is a kind of a whip-off, but the beautiful people, they were what WWE was missing. Really, a mix of good talent in the ring, good ring workers in the ring, but the sex appeal and all that. They were perfect for WWE. And I think WWE missed an opportunity. Late Cool. I mean, I'm sorry, but I'm not a fan of Late Cool. I thought Late Cool sucked. Okay. I don't know. I think they would have gone to the main roster, but I thought Late Cole sucked. I wasn't a fan of Late Cole. Okay? Specifically Layla. Layla was not good. Okay? Okay. I Undertaker wife does suck. I mean, she sucks. She's not good even as a. She's not even good as a podcast host either, man. 6 feet under is so bad with her. Yeah, fucking corporate shill, man. Undertaker, corporate shill, man. That's why. Yeah. I mean, it sucks to take her podcast. I don't listen to it anymore because of that. I don't listen to Taker's podcast because of her. And and she's on the second season of the was it LFG, right? Not Mickey James. Like, come on. Like Undertaker has been exposed ever since he's retired. Taker here. I'm kidding. Okay, but all right. So yeah, so they did that. So they had a pre-show match. The Inspiration, aka the Iconics, the Inspiration of the Iconics, Billy Kay and Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, but as the Inspiration, they used their real names, Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay. They took on Elegance. Obviously, Dana Brooke, aka Ash, Ashley. Dana Brooke is Alec Commissioner thinks she's retired. She can't do anything in competition. She didn't specifically say why she had to be done wrestling. Okay. She didn't specifically say why. I mean, there has to be some sort of career-threatening injury. If to me, it sounds like a neck injury. I don't know. Okay. But the Inspiration won. They retained the titles. Okay. And then we have Steve Macklin versus Frankie Kazarian for the international title, as it called. Steve Macklin, Dina Perazzo's husband. Okay. Okay. So, actually, I thought this was a pretty decent match. Pretty decent match. Where I heard that from? Yeah, AEW. I know. I know, man. I know. They stole it from that. So they had a pretty decent match. Steve Macklin, Deron Apostle's husband. And Steve Macklin won. Okay. So yeah, Steve Macklin won the match. Okay. Then they had a stupid match on the card. This really dumbass match. So they had Tessa Blanchard versus Gia Miller. Gia Miller was an interviewer. Most of her TNA, most of her job basically in TNA is an interviewer. But she trained to wrestle. She trained to wrestle. But her job in TNA right now is to be a backstage announcer. And throughout the months, Tessa's been going at Gia Miller to a point where Tessa got suspended and was away for a few months because of suspension. Well, in reality was the backstage news while she was away is because of medical stuff. Well, The medical stuff turns out to be breast related. Breast related. That's why Tessa was out. And then he played kayfabe with suspension. Then we have this match with Gia Miller and Tessa. Tessa accompanied by. Okay, it was accompanied. This match sucked and was not needed for Bound for Glory. Okay, this match was not needed for Bound for Glory. Okay, it was bad. It was basically a squash match. Gia Miller got some offense in, like minuscule offense, but it was it was a horrible match. Okay, horrible match. Tessa won, but it was a horrible match. Like overall, the show was fine. I have some questionable stuff about the show, but overall, the show was fine. I thought you liked Indy Hartwell, Red. And then next we have this not battle royal. It's basically a Royal Rumble. Okay. It's a Royal Rumble until the last two are in, and to win this battle royal, the last two are in, you have to pin or submit. So yeah, this match was actually quite fun. We had a lot of TNA talent. We had Matt Cardona was in it. Okay. Dolph Ziggler, aka nickname it was in my name it. It was also there was a lot. It was mixed too, right? It wasn't just male. There was female. We had who from the female side? Not Tasha Steele, but who from the female side? Danny Luna. Oh, that girl that used to be in NXT. Okay, I forget her name. Jackson. Oh, Isaiah Lee. Isaiah Lee. Also, so we also had so Matt Cardona was in this match. A lot of TNA talent. Frankie Kazarian managed to be in this match. Okay, and the match was good until the ending. The ending was horrible. Ending was horrible with a double pin with Frankie Kazarian and Dolph Ziggler. So they both won the trophy, and they get to use it to cash in. But they both won the trophy. And Santil Morella decided, you know what? They're both winners. Okay? Both winners. Okay? Both winners. It was horrible. It was horrible. I mean, the crowd was not into it. The crowd was into it. The crowd just wasn't happy with the ending. And this is not the first time of the night where the crowd was booing Bound for Glory. Not the first time. If you watch the show, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay. But they were booing. They were booing the outcome of the match. Okay. Then we had Indy Hartwell for the Knockout Championship against Kalani Jordan, right? Right? I actually predicted not Kalani Jordan to lose here. Okay, and Kalani Jordan was knocked out at the Battle Royal tonight at NXT. Okay. My phone's about to go out anyway. Okay. But yeah, I do not like. Is that a book site, Mariah May? Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I do not like. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of Kalani Jordan. I don't know. There's just something about her I just like, man. I don't get it with her, with Kalani Jordan. Yeah, she's athletic, but I just see like I don't see what's in with her. She's okay. Sorry, if you like Kalani Jordan, is up. That's fine, but I just don't. I personally don't see what's so special about her. Indy Hartwell could be funny at times. Kalani just seems so generic. But yeah, Kalani retained. Kalani retained. Next, we had the Mustafa Ali group against 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 Eddie Edwards, Moose Fandango, Kurt Hawkins, Alicia Edwards. So Mustafa Ali's group. Don't know the other guy's name. They had a big enforcer guy. I forgot his name. Clayton something. Don't know. They also had on her side of Tasha Steele. And this is like an AEW match. I mean, Red, this was like Mustafa Ali versus Scar. This was like an AEW match. Oh, what did they use in this match? Oh, a cheese grater, a stapler, thumbtacks. They used all sorts of things in this match. Oh man, and the men in TNA, the men could hit the women. They used all sorts of things in this match, man. It was bloody. It was bloody. You saw so much shit in this match. Even the woman, man. Oh my god. So yeah, Eddie Edwards' team got the win. Okay. Next match was a crossover match. And it looked awesome. It was awesome. I loved it. I loved the match. I loved the match. Next was the crossover for the NXT. Was it X Division title? Yeah, X Division title, I believe. Right, the one Leon Slater has. Javon Evans. Now, these guys killed it in the ring. Okay, Javon Evans. I gotta say about Javon. He's really, really young, very athletic, very athletic, very athletic. Okay, you see the athleticism he has. He do all sorts of stuff. Very athletic. My problem with Javon is he needs to develop a character more than just being excited and athletic. But this match was so good. It's actually, I have to say, this is one of the best matches I watched this year in all wrestling. And they went to a draw and they get to extra 5 minutes, but it came to one of the worst endings of a match. One of the worst endings of a match. And the crowd was not happy. The crowd was not happy with one of the worst endings. This is when Dark Fate came in, and I do not like Dark Fate. I feel like they need somebody. I feel like they're trying to be, I don't know, they're trying to be like the Shield or Sanity 2.0. But with this, and the match was good. It was good up to the end. I mean, they were killing it. They were killing it. And it's come out the reports that possibly that they didn't want WWE didn't want an NXT talent to lose. Okay, here, but I don't know if that's true. I mean, so the way they came to a solution was have it being double interference, and that's what it was. They got the 5 more minutes, and they were killing for the three minutes out of 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden, Dark Fate came out and fucking ruined it. Ruined the match. They ruined. I don't think it ruined the point where they ruined the whole match. It just kind of ruined the ending. It really ruined the ending, and the boos once again for TNA were loud. Yeah, that's true, Red. I know. All right. I was upset with the ending too. I was really upset with the ending. Okay, but I gotta say it was a great match. Next match, well, the next match, if you're expecting like a 5-star clinic, Dave Master 5-star, well, this is the kind of match. Don't expect that. The next match was the Hardys and the Dudleys. One more time in the tables match. And if you're expecting a 5-star clinic from this match, yeah, this is not it. These guys are not 20, 25 years young anymore, right? They can't do the shit they could do 20, 25 years anymore. Hard. They can't do the shit they did 10, 15 years ago, okay? But what they were able to do in their limitations as they get older, they were able to pull it off. Simple moves, simple moves. They were not doing the crazy shit they were able to use to do. The simple moves they were able to use to do in this match. And okay, and man, the Dudleys were on the attack right away. The death drop Matt Hardy through the table. The Matt Hardy went through the table. Yeah, Celtic Shack. It was kind of all right. It was like Matt Hardy went through the table. It was look. It was for the tag team titles. The Dudleys were never gonna win, but it was a clear nostalgia act. Okay, that's it. They just seen that Styles match was clear nostalgia. Okay, there's just clear nostalgia, and I think you have to go to this match not expecting a clinic, expecting we're going to get a few table spots, Jeff Hardy doing something crazy, and that's about it. That was the match. I mean, Jeff Hardy came off the ladder and went through Devon Dudley. Like he did at World Rumble 2000, I believe. I'm not sure. I think it was World Rumble 2000. He did the exact same spot. And yeah, and you know what? They're going to hit Bubba with the chair. You know what? Instead, they decided to put Bubba's misery out at the end with just a double slam. They decided to hit him with the chair. You know what? They put him through the table with a slam, a soft slam. And then the Hardys retained, and I think they're gonna be at Halloween Havoc because they're the NXT Tag Team Championship. So I believe this match was for TNA and NXT Tag Team titles. So the Hardys are going to be at Halloween Havoc coming up at the end of the month. Okay? And and they embraced, they hugged. The Dudleys look like they're officially retired. They took off their boots. Usually, when a wrestler takes off the boots in the middle of the ring, that means they're done. They're officially retired from wrestling. Looks like the Dudleys are done. Bubba and Devon looks like they're done. They didn't say it was a retirement match, but in a way, it was a retirement match for them. Okay. I don't remember the last time Devon Dudley had an actual match before this. I think Devon Dudley was like semi-retired, but not fully retired. And now I think he's fully retired. Same with Bubba. I think Bubba was like, doesn't do much wrestling, but he hasn't fully retired, right? So I was thinking retirement was great. You know what? I dig Sting with white hair. I want to see that Sting. I want to see that Sting make an appearance at AEW. Okay? Okay? I want Sting. I mean, I wish Sting was there, man. That would be awesome. But I gotta say, I was not expecting a clinic, but I think it did the job. It did the job. And I got 100,000 views just from that match. Now, if you want to do me a share, also membership, if you want to do that. Oh, I gotta do predictions for that, Red. I got 2 predictions for Wrestle Dream. Okay. And the main event was Mike Santana versus Trick Williams. So Trick Williams, TNA talent. Mike Santana, right? Singles. He's been in AEW. He's been in TNA before, and this is him. Finally, is he become champion? Is he become the world champion? And this is Trick Williams. And the thing about Trick Williams, this guy's so cocky, so arrogant, that he took the mic before the mic and started talking shit to Mike Santana. Okay? And Mike Santana's family was there. His daughter was there. And he was doing it for his daughter. Okay? Well, this match was good. Santana was not going to stay down. He was not going to stay down. He was determined to become champion. And obviously he did. He beat Trick to become TNA champion. And then 5 seconds later, fucking Dolph Ziggler's music hits. Okay? And people were upset with that. When Dolph Ziggler movie hits, they weren't allowed Mike Santana to celebrate after just winning the title. People were upset about that. So Dolph Ziggler's, nickname it, whatever, same guy. Music hits. He comes down. He was going to use the trophy, to cash in. Then all of a sudden the lights go out. Elijah, aka Elias, comes back. He's back. Hits Dolph Ziggler over the head. Or knocks him out, okay? And then all of a sudden, Santana was looking at that. Co-champion, co-trophy winner, Battle Royal winner, Frankie Kazarian was from behind, goes after Santana. He gets taken out. And Mike Santana was not cashed in and was able to celebrate his victory, becoming champion, and with his daughter, bringing his daughter to the ring, celebrate with his daughter to become champion. It was a heartfelt moment for Mike Santana. Overall, good show, but some of the endings were questionable, you could say. Questionable. And now Trick Williams is going to challenge Ricky Saints for an NXT title at Halloween Havoc this year. What day is it? October 30th? I think it's October 30th. Whatever day is a Saturday at the end of the year. I think it's the 30th. But I thought TNA Bound for Glory overall was a good show. I liked it. Just questionable decisions that I felt were not needed to happen. That's a lot of TNA. Yeah, the thing is, that's the thing about TNA. They have a history of doing that. They have a history of TNA, when they're doing something good, they always have a history of pulling something really bad. Yeah, TNA is like that. I agree. Like TNA, whenever they do something good, all of a sudden there's something like bad happens. It's like I don't know what it is. It's with them. That's TNA's history. Questionable decisions at the wrong time. Okay. Racist. Oh my god, I saw that. All right. I got been doing this for an hour. I want to thank you guys. Well, actually, 55 minutes. I thank you guys. I just want to talk about those two things. Tomorrow there's Dynamite. Remember to check out Dynamite. It's the Dynamite before Wrestle Dream. There'll be a Wrestle Dream video. I'm gonna make a video on Wrestle Dream. Okay, prediction show video. That's gonna be uploaded before Saturday, of course. So it might be Thursday or Friday. I make that tomorrow. I'm doing Capes and Trunks, episode 11. Okay, tomorrow. Be on the lookout for that. Okay. So yeah, and also remember the AEW in order for you guys is out. So I'll see you tomorrow for Capes and Trunks. Wrestling fans, if you're into pop culture, continue check me out, guys. Not just wrestling. All right. Take care, guys. Bye.
Too sweet. Sweet. Too sweet.